Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to World of Warcraft Classic Vanilla and the beginning of a new journey. This time we are on a Vanilla Classic Era realm. We are on the Mankrik realm, so if you have the Vanilla client installed, you see Classic Era. We are on Mankrik, which is actually a medium population server. It's kind of linked to Pagel and some other servers as well, which boost the population quite a bit. And we're going on a Night Elf Warrior this time. So this is not a hardcore run, this is an immersive run. We're going to get really deep into things and just have a nice relaxing time. No threat of death, we don't have to delete our character if we die. And that's part of the reason why we are going with a Night Elf, because we are going to be able to do the run down to Menethil through the wetlands, and if we die, it's not really a big deal. So we'll be able to do a little bit of zone hopping on this character, which is kind of what a Night Elf needs to get them out of their starting areas. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this one. You guys put up some votes that said you were interested in an immersive and non-hardcore vanilla server run, so let's get this one going. We're using a couple of add-ons. We are using the voiceover add-on, which should be interesting. I like it. You guys will be able to let me know what you think. Let's get right in, shall we?
For 10,000 years, the immortal Night Elves cultivated a druidic society within the shadowed recesses of Ashenvale Forest. Yet recently, the catastrophic invasion of the Burning Legion shattered the tranquility of their ancient civilization. Led by the Archdruid Malfurion Stormrage and the priestess Tyrande Whisperwind, the mighty Night Elves rose to challenge the demonic onslaught. Though victorious, the Night Elves were forced to sacrifice their cherished immortality and watch their beloved forests burn. Seeking to regain their immortality, a number of wayward druids conspired to plant a special tree that would link their spirits to the eternal world. Despite Malfurion's warnings that nature would never bless such a selfish act, the druids planted the great tree Teldrassil off the stormy coasts of northern Kalimdor. Within the twilight boughs of the colossal tree, the wondrous city of Darnassus took root. However, the great tree was not consecrated with nature's blessing, and soon fell prey to the corruption of the Burning Legion. Now the wildlife, and even the limbs of the great tree itself, are tainted by a growing darkness. As one of the few Night Elves still left in the world, it is your sworn duty to defend Darnassus and the wild children of nature against the Legion's encroaching corruption.
Alright, we are in. And yeah, right away I see other players, which is great. The Mankrik server is one of the most active classic servers in the US cluster of servers. Not a ton of people, but you know, it's Teldrassil. So probably a lot more people playing in other zones. This is really good to see. It's 12:20 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, guys. So not exactly a hot time for people to be playing. The fact that there are so many people leveling up in the middle of the day on a classic era server is really awesome. I'm going to make a new window here. This is going to be our immersion mode window. In this window, we are not going to see annoying stuff like all the scroll of general chat and things of that nature. We're going to turn all that stuff off. We are going to see experience, skill ups from our professions, any item loot we get. System messages are good, and any emotes, whispers, or dialogue from NPCs. And that's going to be just much less distracting and clean for us. I'm going to move some stuff around here. Let's unlock this. And we'll just kind of drag. We got to use something to kind of orient these a bit. Try to line them up around this. We'll find something straighter to line these up later, so this may not be perfect. Sorry for those of you who, like me, get bothered once they notice something is a little bit off. I think that looks okay for now. Other things we need to do. We need to do some housekeeping here. Auto loot needs to come on. Let's turn on a couple of action bars. Okay. We might be good to go.
What brings you here? Peace be with you.
The beauty of Shadowglen never ceases to delight my senses.
Greetings, adventurer. I am Conservator Ilthalane. My purpose in Shadowglen is to ensure that the balance of nature is maintained. The spring rains were particularly heavy this year, causing some of the forest's beasts to flourish, while others suffered. Unfortunately, the night saber and thistleboar populations grew too large. Shadowglen can only produce so much food for the beasts. Journey forth, young adventurer, and thin the boar and saber populations so that nature's harmony will be preserved.
And that is the voice add-on that we're using, guys. It's an AI voice, it seems to me, but they've put a lot of work into it to make it sound really good and really natural. I've been using it for a couple of days now, and I want to stick with it for now. Let me know what you guys think about it. Now, usually in an immersive run, I would read all the quests, and we'd be using the immersion mode to change this into easily read and digested text box dialogue. But if we like the voice acting, we can keep the text boxes like this.
May the stars guide you.
So let me know, guys. I don't really mind either way. I like listening to the voices. It's kind of a load off of me. And what I realize is that maybe some of you guys have noticed this too. If you have professions where you have to read a lot from things, or if you do stream or read online and stuff like that, you'll notice that occasionally what happens is that even though you read it out loud, sometimes you don't absorb all of it. Heck, sometimes I read something out loud and I feel like I don't absorb any of it because I was focusing so much on reading it properly that my brain doesn't do the job of also processing the information that it's been given. So yeah, there's that. So for me, like, listening to some of the quest, some of it might feel like I'm hearing it for the first time. That's kind of what I felt when I tried the add-on out the other day on a Tauren, was that there was a lot of dialogue that I just had never lodged into my brain. And that's kind of why I like it. Let's check out our action bars here. Okay. Not action bars, but the display. So maybe names. Here we go. Let's do... I only want this to show in combat, so we'll change that. And that should be the last we have to toy with our settings for now. If we're looking at our attacks, we have just an auto attack, and then we have Heroic Strike, which is a strong attack that increases melee damage by 11 and causes a high amount of threat. So it does increase our melee damage. Unfortunately, that's not a buff that gets tracked anywhere. We just have to kind of take it at its word. Night Elf Warrior was actually the first class that we rolled right when the Vanilla Classic first came out back in 2019. Very first WoW playthrough on the channel was a Night Elf Warrior, sorry. I need to drink some more coffee this morning. That's what I need to do. It's been a weird one. We had a lot of storms rolling through southeastern Michigan where I'm at. And actually the power fuzzed out for a minute. And it would have been enough to take my computer out, but I put a battery backup in place like 5 or 6 months ago. And yeah, the battery backup kept the computer powered up, which was amazing because it meant I didn't lose a recording. But yeah, it's been a weird day because of that. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to play anymore or if the storms were going to pass. They're still kind of lingering, but things have quieted down outside for now. But as a result of me taking a little break today, I ended up taking an impromptu nap with Goomba, our new puppy. He's a sleepy one, and he is very coercive towards getting others to sleep near him, with him. He really loves to curl up like right by my neck, which is a strange place for a dog to want to be. But he likes it. For professions on this character, I think we're going to go with blacksmithing and mining. I would love to be able to make our own weapons and armor to augment some of the stuff we'll get out of dungeons. As far as our spec, we are going straight arms spec. I just love arms too much, guys. I know a lot of you guys are proponents of Fury spec for DPS. I'm willing to hear arguments, but I think that for leveling, arms spec is just more sustainable. I also kind of prefer only having to find one good weapon as opposed to dual wielding, and having to find 2 good weapons is a lot more challenging. Yeah, I decided to go with a Night Elf for this run because I don't think I will be doing another Night Elf in hardcore. Because you really need to zone hop a little bit in Classic Vanilla. Which means you need to go to like your starting zone, and then you need to go to somebody else's starting zone. And you have to kind of get experience to level up from both of those places. The Night Elves are very, very far away from anybody else's starting zone, and the run to get somewhere else can get you killed. Now there is a way to swim that's a little bit safer, but we'll probably just be doing the wetlands run, and you know, when we die we'll just res and keep going, and we'll res and keep going a couple times, and eventually we will get where we want to go. So yeah, that's why we're doing a Night Elf, because I do want to have a Night Elf character. I like the Night Elves, but it's very difficult to think about playing one in hardcore. And so we're not going to. We're going to play one here instead.
You performed your duties well, adventurer.
Let's take the leather gloves. They're not mail, but they're better than nothing. Nothing is what we have right now.
This sigil was given to me by a messenger from our warrior trainer, Alicia. It seems Alicia would have words with you when you have a moment. Read it and bring it to her afterwards. Farewell. Ishnuala. Thinning the younger population of creatures here in Shadowglen was a good start, adventurer. But there is still work to be done. The resources of the forest will be depleted too quickly if the problem is not addressed. Killing nature's beasts is a necessary evil for the good of all who share the land. Venture into the forest and slay mangy nightsabers and thistlebores in the name of balance.
I mean, it's pretty good, right? You can hear how it's an AI voice. And if you're really paying attention, yes, you could say some of the cadence is a little bit off, but it's really good, and I like it. Imagine if the game had shipped with something like that back in 2004, how incredible that would have been. Of course, like, AI voice technology was nowhere in existence like it is now at the time, so it would have had to be like fully voice acted by actual humans. Okay, so what do we got? Let's track some things here. Oh, you can also play it back anytime you want from the quest log, which I thought was a really cool feature. The sigil we should do right away. Let's go talk to our class trainer, empty our bags, and get our heads screwed on straight here. My plan is to do a little bit here. Probably hit level 5 here, and then I am going to take us over into the Dwarven and Human lands. Probably hit up Elwyn Forest.
Thank goodness you are here, adventurer. Strange news has traveled to me through the whisperings of the forest spirits. The mysterious woodland protector, Tarindrella, has returned to Shadowglen. The Dryad's presence has not been felt in the forests of Kalimdor in years. Something is surely amiss if she has journeyed back to this land. Seek out Tarindrella and see what business she tends to in our grove. One of the sentinels reported seeing her to the southwest of Aldrassil.
Alright, where is our trainer? It should be back here somewhere, but I'm not seeing... There it is. Yeah, they're in the back room. Let's hit up a merchant.
Elun Adore.
That is a big upgrade there on the shield. And we don't have any gloves on. Okay, there we go.
May the stars guide you.
We have 69 out of 69 health for the moment. Nice.
Hello.
Greetings. Do you seek instruction in art of war?
Do you guys think it was supposed to be... I saw that it actually said in Art of War in the text too. I wonder if it was supposed to be in the Art of War. Sometimes they don't read out the flavor stuff, like between here, like she didn't read this. Much has happened over the past few years, Rambles. The creation of Teldrassil, the corruption of many of the forest creatures here and abroad. Discovery of lands we thought lost to us like Feralis. So much in so little time. But those are just some of the reasons we are here, and the most important being to protect our kind from further evil.
Soon you will see others from different races in the boughs of our home. Do not let it cause any prejudice within you. They are welcome. They will aid us when they can. Not all of them will be altruistic, but they should be granted some amount of trust. But none of this matters now. Now we must focus on you and how you can aid our people. I am here for that very purpose. I will train you in the ways of an adventurer as you become stronger. Return to me whenever you wish, and I will do what I can to aid you.
I wonder why they had to slide in adventure there and not warrior.
Goddess watch over you.
Greetings.
I am honored.
Do you seek instruction in art of war?
I thought I had this set up to only do that once. Play once for quest NPCs. Oh, you're not a quest NPC. Play once for all NPCs. So, okay. Maybe we select that option.
Del Nadris. What brings you here?
Battle shout.
Good luck.
Let's get that out on the bar. We should put that somewhere we're going to be able to hit it often. For now, I'm going to pop it here. The warrior shouts, increasing the melee attack power of all party members within 20 yards by 15. Lasts for 2 minutes. Let's try to find the woodland protector. I think she's over here to the west a little bit.
What is nature's call? Is there trouble?
She doesn't have any lines either. Interesting. Something evil is brewing in the forest of Teldrassil. Look along the hills where the peaceful Furbolg used to dwell. They have deserted their homes and are amassing under the name of the Gnarlpine tribe. Only the corruption of wicked Felmoss could cause such a transformation. The Grells and Grelkin have infested the area and are threatening the residents of Shadowglen. Engage these Grells and Grelkin rambles, and see if they are indeed caught under the enchantment of the wicked Felmoss. We're definitely going to make an attempt to play in the evening hours on this character to get a little bit of a change of pace, and I think that the server is going to be a lot more active in the evenings. It's really active for being 12:30 on a Wednesday, guys. The fact that we're seeing so many people casually leveling up in the Night Elf zone of all places is very encouraging for the health of the Mankrik server cluster. Like I said, it's a joined server cluster. I think it's Mankrik, Pagel, and a couple of others are actually linked together. But yeah, Mankrik is a medium population, which is a very high population for a classic era realm. The only other one that I know of in the United States would be Bloodsail Buccaneers, where all the hardcore stuff happens, all the hardcore fun times. Alright, there's level 3. We need one more fell moss before we peel out of here.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Your service to the creatures of the Shadowglen is worthy of reward, Rambles. You confirm my fears, however. If the Grell have become tainted by the fell moss, one can only imagine what has become of the Gnarlpine tribe of Furbolg who once lived here. Should you find yourself in Dolinar, able warrior, seek out the knowledgeable druid at Threedis Bearmantle. He shares our concerns for the well-being of the forest. Alright, we have 2 quests to pick up. Let's grab her quest over here, and then we'll circle back for his quest.
A friend of mine named Ivrin usually visits me at the same time every day. The strange thing is that he hasn't been by today at all. He's several hours late, in fact. I admit I am a little worried, adventurer. Ivrin spends a lot of time over by the cave to the north, and I'm sure you know how dangerous it is there. Spiders everywhere. If you happen to be going that way, though, will you keep an eye out for him?
I think what could help them a little bit, what could help the creators of this add-on a little bit is, I don't know if they could do this, but like, you have to have a little bit longer pauses when there's a period or a paragraph break. Just make it pause a little more. Actually, a little bit more spacing, especially for the female voice. A little bit of a slowdown for the female voice, and if you could deepen it just a little bit, that would make it sound a lot less like the standard female AI voice that we hear through Windows and stuff. Yeah, I'd say either deepen or sharpen the voice pitch, and just slow it down a little bit and stretch out some of those commas and periods. Would be really the only thing I could think of to make it sound a little bit more natural for the cadence. There's probably a decent thumbnail in there somewhere. You know what I could do? Could turn the music back up for you guys. Bet you'd appreciate that. I could turn the master volume up some and then knock everything else down a little bit. That might make the dialogue a bit louder. Let's try it right there, and you guys let me know about the sound settings. I want the music and ambience to be up, obviously, to help us sink into things, but I also want the dialogue to be heard, at least at the same level that I'm at, or as close to it as I can get it. So any feedback you guys have about the audio settings would help me out a lot, and I would appreciate it. I'm kind of OCD about my audio settings, so I'll do listen sessions where I'll listen and I'll take notes and try to tweak things just a little bit here and there to improve it, but when I'm listening, it's only through one input. I'm listening on my television through a sound bar usually. I'll listen to the audio when I'm doing chores around the house and stuff like that. So I don't listen a lot with headphones on or through any other kinds of speakers, was my point. That's where the feedback helps. We did need to grab that other quest. I think it's to kill spiders or collect something from spiders. We'll head back that way and we'll grab it. Actually, we could probably do this quest. We could probably finish this one and then go back. Might be fine. We're not exactly in a huge hurry to be like super efficient. Alright, we have all the night sabers we need. We have to focus on getting some boars now.
I am honored. You have proven your dedication to nature well, adventurer. A young adventurer like yourself has a promising future. Go in peace.
Okay, now we'll come grab this other quest, and then we'll head to the north. We're looking for Ivoron, and then we're going to have this quest to get some... probably some venom sacs or something from the spiders. Let's see.
I came to Shadowglen to observe the webwood spiders that dwell in the Shadow Thread Cave. They are cousin to a much smaller variety of spider. I believe the world tree has had a profound effect on them, and I would like specimens to study to confirm this. First, I would like some of their venom.
Pauses between
Gather
paragraphs.
webwood venom sacs from the spiders in and around the Shadow Thread Cave to the north. I can then examine them for similarities with their smaller cousin's venom.
Man, sometimes they nail it. Sometimes they nail the inflection and the pacing, and you just are in it. Other times, like with the paragraph breaks, just need a little bit more time. It's really good though. Honestly, like I said, I've read these so many times, but so little of it actually sticks that just being able to sit back and listen to it, I feel like I'm actually absorbing more. I feel like I'm more immersed. Like I said, not that I mind reading it. I love to read. I always pick hair that's up off our shoulders because I don't like it clipping through our gear, but then I realize, like, yeah, it's gonna clip through that weapon. Alright, Iveron is back this way, and then we got these guys. Let's do that.
I am honored.
I'm so glad you found me, adventurer. How did you know I was here?
Good luck, friend.
The music still seems kind of overpowering, doesn't it? How about that?
I'm so glad you found me, adventurer.
I wish I could
How
turn.
Did you know I was here?
I wish I could turn off how we click on him at first and how it does the in-game audio,
Light your path.
I'm so glad
and then
you
he starts
found
talking
me,
over it.
adventurer. How did you know I was here?
While a voiceover is playing, the dialogue channel is muted. Can I assign this here? What's that going to do?
May the stars guide you.
I'm so glad you found me, adventurer. How did you know I was here?
Okay, that did seem to change it. And now what if I
Till next we meet.
tell it to mute the dialogue channel when voiceover's playing?
I'm so glad you found
There we
me,
go.
adventurer. How did you know I was here?
Okay,
Goddess, watch over you.
that's what I wanted. So now I have to come here. This has to go up to 100, and everything kind of has to work around that. Okay.
I'm so glad you
There we
found
go.
me, adventurer. How did you know I was here?
That sounds right.
I was bitten very badly by a spider named Githias the Vile while exploring the spider cave very close to here. I am sure I have been seriously poisoned. You must help me. Please tell Dirania Silvershine. She will be able to help me. Hurry. I'm so dizzy.
Be careful.
It's still a little quiet. I don't really want to bring other effects down too much more. I wonder if I could... Oh, there we go. Maybe that will help you guys a little bit too. Okay. Enough of playing with the sound settings. Sorry guys, it's one of my pet peeves. I like to get it right early on so that most of the series has the preferred audio experience. But it's not helping us kill these spiders or make any progress, so I will put a lid on the sound settings for now. Inventory is full. Yeah, that's not really what you like to see. I don't really want to go into the cave. We're gonna need to go back there for a follow-up quest, and I don't want to do it prematurely. I don't like my inventory being full, but we're gonna stay out and at least get the last 2 venom sacks that we need. Alright, that's 10 out of 10. Let's take this one back to town, and we will also talk to Iveron's friend. And we should get follow-ups from the both of them, and we'll head back out.
Oh dear, I was wondering why I hadn't seen Iveron yet today, and I've always warned him about those spiders. We may be able to help Iveron, as I know of an antidote that should help with the poison. It requires some ingredients though before I can make it. I'll need hyacinth mushrooms. You can find these growing under trees, or you may collect them from the Grell south of here. They seem to have taken a liking to them. I'll also need moonpetal lilies, which only grow around watery pools. The last ingredient may prove the most difficult. From the very spiders that poisoned Iveron, collect webwood ichor.
We did hit level 4, so before we rush off again, let's go visit our class trainer. I believe we learned Charge, which will be amazing. But we'll also need money. The dangerous thing about leaving stuff on the ground is that we're not able to sell it.
Asha Fela.
Greetings. Do you seek instruction in Art of War?
I do. We get Charge and Rend at level 4, which is great.
Farewell.
Let's get those out to the bar. We're gonna go here.
Greetings.
Thank you, adventurer. When I return to Darnassus, I will compare the venom within these sacs with the venom of other spiders. It is my belief that it will have properties linked to the recent growth of our New World tree.
Kind of want to start leveling up maces.
Now that I have the spider's venom, I'd like some live specimens to study. Unfortunately, capturing a living giant spider is more than I can ask of you, young adventurer, and a giant spider is more than I could handle myself. But if you can find an unhatched egg, then delivering specimens will be much easier, and I can then arrange for the unhatched spiders to be contained. There must be a nest deep in the Shadowthread Cave. Please, search for an egg in the nest and return it to me.
So it's going to take a minute before we can start to hit things here. Also, outside of my home, I can hear the rain and storms are back, so if I have to quickly end the video, you will understand why it comes to a sudden end. Like, if things start to sound really dicey out there. I'm in a basement room, so technically I'm safe. But yeah, if it feels like the power's gonna go out or something's gonna happen, I'll probably wrap things up really quick. I would like to hit level 5. That's what I would like to do. Because I would like to get this character over to Elwyn Forest in my spare time this evening, so that next time we can pick things up over there. There's gonna be a lot more opportunities for mining, also in the human and dwarven lands. We are going to zone hop and do some Darkshore, though. I would love to do some Darkshore and some Ashenvale on the Alliance side. So I do plan to do that. We need Hyacinth mushrooms. The Hyacinth mushrooms we can get from the Grell, or we can find them. But I'm not sure exactly where we can find them. I thought I saw some at some point. They're like a purple mushroom-ish looking thing. And I thought they were like around some of the trees. We could fight the Grell for it. It would be a little bit quicker if we could also pick some up off the ground, because I know the Grell, I don't know what the drop rate's going to be. I don't think I've ever exclusively had to farm it off of these guys. I don't... Oh, wait. Yep, here we go. A human mage has come over into the Night Elf lands. That just must be like a flavor choice of zones, because gosh, why would you do that? I like these zones. My problem is their isolation. They're way isolated from any of the other Alliance starting areas. In a way that really nothing on the Horde side is, even if you think about the Tauren. The Tauren are the farthest from like the other questing areas. And it's like, okay, so you're in the middle of the Barrens, which is a little bit dangerous. But it's not as dangerous as running through the wetlands. Running from Camp Trahu to the Crossroads is not as dangerous. And technically, I guess the Forsaken are far away, but the Forsaken have a Zeppelin right outside their first town, right outside their main city that takes them right to Orgrimmar, so that's really easy travel. If we had a Zeppelin at the tree that could take us anywhere else, that would be ideal. 3 out of 7. 3 out of 7. Now we know they can grow around the trees. I just don't really know what trees and what area or for how spread out. Also thinking about where could we find more of these Grellkin. Since we're going to have to come back and give Ivor the antidote, I want to finish this one before we go into the cave to get the eggs. I feel like that makes sense. Yeah, it just says growing under trees, you know, so maybe there's like a small chance to find them under any tree. It's not specific. There's some up here, and there's some over here, so yeah, I guess it's very likely, guys, that I've missed many of them. They do tend to blend right in, and they don't glow, and my eyesight is not the greatest. We need 2 more. I see 1 over here, and then we have a bunch of Grell we could fight. If we want to.
What brings you here?
Thank Elune that you have gathered these ingredients so quickly. In just a moment, I will have the antidote prepared. The antidote is ready, adventurer. Please see that Ivran drinks it. There is something that you should know. The antidote. It will only remain viable for 5 minutes. You must get it to him in time. Speed be with you, adventurer.
I like how the box for the quest timer says quest timers. And it says it in plural. I guess like any quest timer would go there. But really the only reason to phrase it like that is if you could be tracking multiple timers at once. Which I don't really know how you would do that, because any quest with a quest timer is very far away from any other quest with a quest timer. In fact, thinking about it, you get exposed to quest timers in the Dwarven starting zone and the Night Elf starting zone. Do we get exposed to quest timers in any other starting zones, though? I don't think so.
Hello.
What is this, adventurer? Oh, I knew Durania would be able to help me. I'm always getting into trouble, and Durania, well, she always manages to help me out of it. I'm feeling much better, but I think I will sit here for a while longer, until I feel completely better. Well, that, and I was hoping you'd clear a path for me through those vicious webwood spiders.
I like that it plays at the same volume even after we walk away. I like that it keeps playing even after we've turned it in. That really does allow us, you know, we can take, if we're just taking one quest and running right out, we can grab it, we can run out, and we can listen to the quest text. I think we have to go down, right, in order to get back up. I always go the wrong way, because I always go the way that seems like it makes sense. Like, do we have to go down here first? There's no way. How would we... Maybe there's a route over here, right? No, we don't need to kill Githis. We don't have a quest for her, so we're just picking up an egg, so we can share that. Doesn't really matter who tags Githis. Oh, and the cool thing is, it's not a hardcore run, so for kill quests and stuff, we'll actually be able to group up with people in the open world. We'll be able to run more dungeons, which, you know, we have not run a single dungeon on hardcore yet, which means that I haven't run dungeons in a while. We did a run on the mage. But yeah, it's been a dearth of dungeon content. Let's go ahead and hearth out of here. I don't think we need anything else back this way.
I am listening.
Ah, very good. I will have this egg and the venom transported to Darnassus, then return there when my studies are done here. I expect to find out a great deal from these specimens, Adventurer. You have been a great help to me. Adventurer, is it? I heard that Teneron has been asking for you. You'll find him in the highest room atop Aldrassil. We may live long lives, but it's best you not keep him waiting too long.
Pretty sure that we're basically done here. If I'm right, this should be a breadcrumb that leads us out to Dolinar.
Ah, Adventurer. I was hoping you'd be prompt in answering my summons. I have an important task that I would like you to perform. It is time for you to set out to seek your destiny, Adventurer. But before you are ready to set out into the world beyond our enchanted forests, there is much you must learn about our recent history. Much has changed with our people since the Battle of Mount Hyjal. Nordrassil lies a pale shadow of what it once was, its power used to defeat Archimonde and drive back the Burning Legion. There is a task you must perform. Go to the moonwell north of Aldrassil and return me a phial of its water.
Good luck, friend.
It is time for you to set out to seek your...
So apparently we are not done here. We have to fill the phial with the moonwell water. The moonwell is just north of here, I think. And then we have to run all the way up the ramp again, which is going to be the hard part, right? Wonder if there's a safe place for us to kind of jump down. Well, we can jump over here. It's literally not going to let us off. Okay, there we go. I believe the pool up here close to the spider cave, actually. A little bit of running back and forth here at the end.
I'm listening. So you have heard the first part of the aftermath of the Battle of Mount Highjall. There is much more to be told, and the task you have begun here will continue through the rest of your journey through Teldrassil and into Darnassus. While there is more I could speak to you of the Moonwells and of Teldrassil, I must send you along. Corithra's Moonrage will be expecting you. I have poured the phial of water you brought to me into this vessel to bring to him. Seek out Corithras. You will find him at the Moonwell in Dolinar. Follow the road south from Aldrassil, out of Shadowglen, and continue to follow the cobblestones as the road turns west. Mind you stay on the road, though, adventurer. There are dangerous beasts in the forests of late.
I think they really nailed it with you being able to take the quest, accept the quest, walk away, and it still queues up all that dialogue for you. I mean, that is how people have always played WoW, right? Because they never really read the quest. Nobody did. You just go take all the quests. You might skim the objectives a little bit, and then you keep moving. And so you can do that with this add-on. You can take the quest, keep moving, and listen to the dialogue.
Greetings, young adventurer. Can you offer me aid? I have
could.
A package of herbs that I must deliver to the town of Dolinar, but I still have business with the druids of Shadowglen and cannot yet leave. Can you deliver this package for me? It must be sent to Innkeeper Keldamir at the Dolinar Inn. It lies along the road to the south.
Alright, so yeah, guys, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to park myself in Dolinar for now, but on my own time, I'm going to do the run or the swim. And I'm going to get us to Elwyn Forest. We're going to do some stuff in Elwyn Forest. It's going to be a lot easier to level up our mining and blacksmithing out that way than it's going to be here. I don't really care for the quest in Teldrassil. We've done them all before. They're not my favorites. I like the ambience of the zone a lot. It's really the quests themselves that I don't really care for. But we will be doing some Darkshore, so we will be getting that Night Elf vibe in Darkshore and in Ashenvale later on. But I do want to get over to Elwyn Forest. That is going to be my primary objective, and then we are going to continue from there. Yeah, I'm really liking the Night Elf Warrior. It brings back a lot of memories of our first Night Elf Warrior from Vanilla launch. And it's interesting to be back in Vanilla Classic without doing a hardcore run, without there being any kind of season or fresh start, and seeing so many people who are so active in the game has really been really awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you enjoyed the video, subscribing to the channel and leaving a like would help me out immensely, and I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.